Alright guys, welcome back to my channel Basilisk Reacts. For today, we are getting into 21 Pilots City Walls. So this just in, right? Freshly dropped. I think now, coincidentally, I actually did not know that this would be dropping. So it was thanks to the comments that I know that it is live and my recommendations because I've been checking out 21 Pilots, of course. We have finished the story, a playlist provided to us by 21 Pilots official channel. Yeah, I would say really dove deep into the story. So I'm actually very excited to see this all come to a conclusion, as I have read in my comments. So this is supposed to be the ending of the whole story that we have checked out together. For the people that have not been with us for the story, you can go check the playlist. I have a playlist updated in the description when it comes to all the 21 Pilots reactions slash analysis. So yeah, if you missed that, you can go check that out if that is interesting to you. If not, we're just going to proceed with this video. We're going to be checking it out together. After, I'ma rewind the whole clip, dive a bit into an analysis, hopefully provide you guys with some meaningful commentary or amusing at least. So yeah, I think I do have a pretty good understanding. People have confirmed it in the comment section that yeah, I'm up to date, I would say, when it comes to the story. So yeah, I do feel ready for this one. 9 minutes, 54 seconds, 10 minutes, right? Yeah, I'm very excited to dive into this. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode, and let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it.
I'ma take you right to the chest. Warpath etched in the surface. Lines of the yellow tape, they're moving quiet like a serpentine in a formation. Buddy, that's my team, pretty impatient. Now they're waiting on me. It might be the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach. Show with me, I can come to you. Tell me when. Pair up with me, I can run on you. In the end, I write a promise in pencil, but my loyalty's in pen. Use a mistake as a crooked stencil, then we trace it back again. From the mainland to the island of violence, it was the same plan for a while. Decided to send me up and rip you out of your seat. You see, in a city with no entrance, there is not a retreat. I'm wondering what you thought would happen, who you thought I would be. Was this a side swipe, or did you picture this in a dream? Buckle down, this is possibly the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach. I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me the way around the city walls, the way on through. I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me, but now the night has fallen, abandoned by the sun. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued. I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me. Entertain my, 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 entertain my. This is the last time. This is the last time. Entertain my This is the last time that I try. Address my soul. Address my soul. Address my soul. Entertain my This is the last time that I try.
What now? I really like this Clancy.
Yeah, me too. But that's not Clancy up there anymore. He's out there somewhere. And we will try again.
Again?
Always.
I am starting it all once again. Did I learn a thing? Intentions are everything. Intentions will set you free. You will fail most every day, in every way. Did you learn a thing? Intentions lack memory. Intentions will set you free. Just try to be.
So, guys, first impressions, really beautiful, really impactful. I think it is very hard for me to judge the official video as a song because it was so much more of a story than a song to me. I really think I have to rewatch this a couple of times to really appreciate all of the different um, experiences that it offers. Right now, I can safely say that I was really just focusing on the story, and it was 9 minutes and 54 seconds. I think it was, um, yeah, a very nice, yeah, conclusion. Um, I don't know the specifics, right? But I do have read in my comments that this is supposed to be the end of the story, and yeah, with all of the credits, it is heavily implied, right? But yeah, I think I would still love to see some more, maybe. But um yeah, it actually, now that I think of it, I'm still trying to process everything. And yeah, I think the characters that are shown in the whole story are maybe somewhat like vessels or titles that are just um, freely being used by the people that are in the timeline, really trying to find another version of themselves, or Yeah, maybe it's still a bit vague, but the end of, yeah, Clancy really turning into one of the bishops and recruiting the Bandito members into the other bishops, actually to really form what we already know as Nico and the Niners, maybe, right? And the other bishops. Um, Josh, Torchbearer, actually being, I would say, the main character, actually just endlessly looking for the Clancy, right? Because Clancy, I think we've seen, isn't Tyler, but rather it just be a title, and Tyler was fulfilling the role of the Clancy for this run. But Josh, the torchbearer, I think, like an eternal being, hopeful, just trying to see if he can guide a Clancy, hopefully, yeah, to a good end, as the Bandito really have, um, as the right thing, the right result. But Clancy, Tyler, our Clancy that we have been following in the story, just he turned to the dark side in the end. And it's a bit unorthodox, right? To really have a conclusion like this where the beloved main character turns to the dark side, right? But very, very intriguing, I would say. Guys, let's just dive into the analysis. It's going to be a long video already, so yeah, I think I will add some value to, yeah, to the video, in a sense that maybe I understand or I see things a different way, hopefully offer some perspective. But even if I don't, hopefully you guys will enjoy just diving into the analysis with me to, yeah, just hear my thoughts on it, hopefully share some feelings, right? Let's dive into the analysis. So for my personal journey, I have to say that I haven't seen all the, how do you call that, the side tracking videos where we can see that I am led to believe that the lightsaber looking weapons that are wielded by the zombies, right, are from the neon gravestones or something like that. I don't remember clearly. It's a video and music song I haven't seen yet and haven't offered my reaction slash analysis to. So yeah, it doesn't play a huge role, I think, but still, I really need to have that checked out actually. But we are just picking up from the battle that we see in Paladin Strait, which was very, very beautiful. After we see Clancy reaching the room where Nico is. And I think, I haven't had any confirmation on it, but I think that Nico was inducing some kind of psychosis, which is the very last video, the contract that we see in the playlist. So that is happening, and I think that is an important piece of information because now in City Walls we can see that Clancy is revisiting all of his memories in the journey of reaching the tower where Clancy is, or where Nico is, and we can see Nico present in those memories. So I think it has something to do with Nico's power and his ability to instill those images into Clancy's head. Josh, man, I love him so much, and I think it's a very beautiful way. I'm talking too fast, right? Because this is just the beginning of the video clip, but Josh, man, I think we've seen some character development when it is surrounding Josh, not specifically um, for the story, but also for Josh as Josh in 21 Pilots. I think with Drum Show, of course, I think many of you will agree that that was kind of a um, yeah, just groundbreaking development because we know him as a very mysterious drum player, right? Drum uh, player, yeah, I think. Um, so to hear him sing or at least have some lines in Drum Show was so amazing, right? I think 21 Pilots have been around for so long. Yeah, that was a very unique experience for the click, right? For the fandom. And now that we are following the story, I think it's very nice to see that it is not very um, far apart. We have seen Drum Show, and he was really making changes actually. And as he is describing in Drum Show as well, I think his lyrics were. Um, I know I'm like this. I've been like this. I try to change. Something along those lines. And I speak on it briefly in that reaction as well. And maybe we can see that as Josh really taking baby steps to change how he has always been, right? And I think that how he has always been is just really the mysterious pilot that doesn't speak at all, actually, and just very little, I would say, interaction with the camera. Not nearly as much as um, Tyler, right? He has always been on the foreground, really taking the wheel. And yeah, I would say that dynamic has been established very strongly, clearly, and early on for a very long period of time. So, yeah, to see Josh in this video, I would say, yeah, speaking, right? That was already very surprising. And I'm very pleasantly surprised. I am very excited for the future that 21 Pilots is, yeah, granting us, right? Holding for us. So we can see that he is opening his eyes here, and I would say that this is probably the end of the contract. We see in Paladin Strait that there is no cutscene, the contract cutscene, and he is being grabbed by the throat. He is closing his eyes and he is opening his eyes all in succession. Then we see the very next video, which is the contract, where he is being grabbed. Right, the video, it proceeds from the moment that he is grabbed by Nico, and then we see the contract video, and after he opens his eyes. Um, and now we can see that he is opening his eyes. I would say, yeah, for our timeline that we are perceiving, it is, yeah, after he has experienced the experience that we see in the contract.
Square up with me, I can.
So let me just zoom in on this because it does look like his insecurities, right? That is what the black paint is symbolizing. Is um diminishing. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But what I do want to say is that Clancy, I don't know if it is because of the paint that is on his face, but I have always thought that, I mean, Nico, I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, Nico is an old man, right? But he really is pulling out some, I would say, professional moves. I think he's very versed in the art of boxing, and I can later on see him perform a technique which is very well known to me, which is a kung fu technique, and it goes like this, which is a block like this, and it's called a bong sao, if I'm not mistaken, guys. It's been a long time, but that is really it was very surprising for me to see. But I think the end of City Walls really, yeah, gives me a nice explanation as to why this is possible and so shocking, right? Because we think he's an old man, but the fight scene that is happening right here in the tower, I would love to be at that age, right? Because I would say he's looking like maybe 70 or maybe even older than 70. If I ever reach that age, I would love it for myself to be this fit and be this able to protect myself and have a fight like this, because this is looking very amazing. Yeah, we'll talk some more about that at the end of the video. I hope I can conclude what I am trying to say here, why this is actually not surprising. Okay.
With me, I can take you right, throw a left. Pair up with me, I'ma take you right to the chest. Warpath etched in the surface. Lines of the yellow tape, they're moving quiet like a serpentine in a formation. But that's my team, pretty impatient. Now they're waiting on me. It might be the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach.
Move it up, it's a breach. So guys, Breach, right? It's the name of the new album. I haven't checked anything at all when it comes to the new album. It's called The Breach, right? I haven't actually been very up to date with this new album. As I said in the beginning of the video, guys, I actually did not know that this would be dropping. So it was really just because of the comments and of course my recommendations that I knew that it was about to drop. So yeah, Breach. I don't know how many songs are in the album. Yeah, I have read the recommendation. You really have to check this one out. I would love to check out the rest of the album too. But I think this one deserves a free pass, like cutting in line, right? I don't know if this is the very first one of the album or the very last one, somewhere in between. Um, but yeah, um, for sure have to check out the rest of the album. Have you guys already checked out the rest of the album? What are your thoughts, guys? So, Heavy Dirty Soul, right, is the scene that we are seeing this now in, and Nico wasn't present when we've seen Heavy Dirty Soul, but now that he is, and I think we can see that Clancy has a shocked look on his face, right? I think it is because he knows that Nico wasn't there, and now that he is, I think that is, of course, going to bamboozle him a bit. So I think that's yeah, probably important, and I think that that is the case because we can really see him alternate between him being present in the reality of the tower and being in these memories or fake memories. Um, what is that called? Uh, Created, but I don't know exactly what it's called. I think I will come up with the word. It feels like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Square up with me, I can come to you. Tell me.
Yeah, I think it's looking very nice, guys. It's I don't know, man. The punches, they feel very powerful, and the transition between the tower and the scenes, I think it's a nice way of concluding the whole story, and kind of revisit what we have seen in the official playlist.
Square up with me, I can come to you. Tell me when. Pair up with me, I can run on you. In the end, I write a promise in pencil, but my loyalty's in pen. Use a mistake as a crooked stencil, then we trace it back again. From the man.
Yeah, so I think it's yeah, probably interesting to see that everything here is stopped in time, frozen in time, and we can see Nico again where he shouldn't be. Well, we do see him actually in the original scene that we see here, but not as much present as we see in that video.
Mainland to the island of violence. It was the same plan for a while. Decided to send me up and rip you out of your seat. You see, in a city with no entrance, there is not a retreat. I wonder.
Ooh, that's crazy. Um, yeah, actually, we do see him exactly the same amount, which is just being blindsided and being grabbed by the throat from behind. So, yeah, that I would say is the same.
And rip you out of your seat. You see, in a city with no entrance, there is not a retreat. I'm wondering what you thought would happen, who you thought I would be. Was this a side swipe, or did you picture this in the
Damn, that is a crazy amount of power. He just punching the ground and cracks are forming.
side swipe, or did
Damn, so Clancy coming in with the side with the hook, right? I think it's an elongated, it's a haymaker kind. And then we've got this, and guys, it's true. Believe me, this is the bong sao, and it's really it's being done. I wouldn't say perfectly, right? But I think it's very nice to see actually because we can see boxing being represented here. But this, I would say, is a more obscure kind of fighting technique, especially when we're talking about the Western culture. So to see this kung fu represented, I would say, yeah, that's it's at least nice to see.
you picture this in a dream? Buckle down, this is possibly the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach. I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me the way around the city.
Damn, it's really like as if Nico is inflicting not only physical damage with his punches and with his kicks, but it also really carrying that extra effect of hallucination, right? I am hitting you, but I also have the added effect of when I successfully hit you, I induce psychosis, which is then bringing Clancy back to all of those places that he is now visiting. Um, yeah, it's really cool. I would say the fight is just so it's a bit weird to say, but the fight is very yeah, it's beautiful actually to really see this is the way that we are revisiting all of the other songs in the playlist in the story, and I think it's very creatively done, very entertaining. Yeah, I think it's a nice touch to see that this is a jumpsuit, right? But the weather or the time of day wasn't night, and there wasn't a moon there, and I think it kind of feels like the dark version of all of his memories, right? It is his memories, and he really has been to the places that we are seeing, but it really just has that I would say the Nico flavor to it, right? It's the Nico effect, which is just adding some more darkness and just adding some more um yeah, evil powers or something in the air that is just negativity, right? Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Right? So constantly between it's crazy, guys.
My
And
smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued, 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 glued. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued, glued, glued,
and
glued. I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me. Entertain my, 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 entertain my. This is the last time. This is the last time.
so I don't know exactly who he is addressing when he is saying, I wonder where you are. I wanted you to show me outside of the city walls. I don't know who he is referring to. Maybe it is um, when we are following Clancy on his journey. I would say it has been a journey filled with multiple characters responsible for different interpretations of the whole story. But I think one interpretation I think I see fit most in this situation is the maybe the Holy Clancy, right? The Holy Clancy that is just absolute free from all of the insecurities. I think maybe this Clancy is still battling his insecurities and can really clearly see that it is a struggle still, and that he is maybe addressing the Holy Clancy that has already maybe is already in a place where this Clancy aspires to be, right? So maybe that to me is sounding like a logical interpretation for this exact situation. And then he says, entertain my faith. I am trying to really connect the dots because he, of course, makes a decision to become the new Nico, I would say. How is that really? Um, how is that coming to be? Um, yeah, let's just resume. Hopefully, I will find the answer that fits my ideas at least. Oh my god, this really broke my heart, man. Josh, I think I have never seen such a worried expression on his face ever before. So this really is hurting me on a deep level actually, because I care so much for Josh. I really love him. And this is, of course, he is a character that he is playing in the story, but I don't know. It is just his face. Um, yeah, I can't help it, guys. I really just feel so much for what Josh is going through right now, right, Torchbearer? And it's so crazy actually because he is being blown away by the power of faith, right? Entertain my faith. And very coincidentally, I have checked out um, Holding On to You, the live performance at Fox Theater, which I also think, and I say so in that video as well, is he saying entertain my faith? And yeah, now that he is saying it here, I think it must have been entertain my faith, right? It did not have the subtitles or the closed captions that we would, yes, would love to see, but I thought he was saying that, and turns out chances are he did say that. So I think it is somewhat of a reference to um, did I say again? Holding On to You, as we see multiple times actually with different kind of songs, just using, and especially in the songs that are in this playlist, Jumpsuit, right, Nico and the Niners, there are some references there to last song. So yeah, I would say it's not an uncommon theme for references to other songs by them. But yeah, it's so crazy, right? So Josh Bearer, Torchbearer, Josh Bearer, being blown away by the faith, and he doesn't know what's going on. He is the last to enter the room of the Bandito clan, and all he is seeing is Clancy, right? This Clancy staring outside. Guys, is the volume a bit too high? I don't think so, right? Man, what happened, right? We can see now that his insecurities, right, the black paint that is symbolizing his insecurities, are now developed even further now to reach his bottom lip. He does say that his smile is what did he say in the chorus again? How does he manage to keep the splitting my head? Where is he saying that? So where are we? 5 minutes 27. My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two. And when I first read this and heard this, I was thinking splitting it like this. Splitting it like this. But now we are seeing that his insecurities are splitting his head in two, right? But from here. So I don't know what happened here exactly, but he was battling Nico, and his faith really granted him the needed power to finish the battle, finish Nico off. Now that all of the bishops are eliminated, Keon's included, rest in peace, um, now there is room, but I actually don't really feel comfortable saying that there is room for other people to take on the role of the bishops, because honestly, there is no need for the bishops to be there, right? Because Dima in itself, the bishops are there to really control the citizens and the city of Dima, right? But Dima in its whole already is representing something that we do not want to be, something that we do not want to see, right? The insecurities that Tyler in his head, right? Something like that. So now that he has defeated Nico, I would say symbolically, right? That is a huge W. It's a huge victory. But now he is being consumed anyway by his insecurities. And maybe the power that the bishops, the title of a bishop is carrying is, I don't know, pushing him over the edge. And he really, I don't really know what is happening here. So yeah, I am not really good at finding the answers for this situation. I think Josh even less, right? Yeah, this is a heartbreaking moment, guys. Insane, man. This is just the bandito. They are a rebellion to Dima and the bishops. And now that we see that they are presented the choice of joining whatever they were rebelling against, and they just toss away all of their values, I would say this is in life, right? I don't think it's very uncommon. Actually, I do think that, well, of course humans are very complex creatures, um, but it's still hard to really see, and especially with this, with city walls. I don't know, just power hungry people or whatever, man. It really brings out the worst in us, I would say. So yeah, we see Josh, and Josh, really, the OG, the only certified OG, I would say, as a eternal being, right? He has seen this cycle many times. He has seen all of the people, all of the Clancy's, all of the Bandito members, I would say. He has seen it multiple times, which is why he is having a conversation with another, I would say, maybe OG member of the Bandito clan, right? Um, but yeah, this is just great disappointment and disgust in Josh's face, which is very understandable, right? This Clancy, what are you doing, man? We can see such a beautiful relationship, especially in well, Josh has a special power, right? And which is the projecting power. And he is just really able to guide Clancy in his journey. And Clancy has had so much to gain from that, right? And then to do this, to hand, hey man, join me. And Clancy, what are you doing? And it is a hard moment, right? Because we can see that Clancy is not even able to watch Josh in his face, and Josh is just looking at him like, dude, what are you doing, man? Are you serious? Wow, this may be even more heartbreaking than the disappointment in Josh's face. Just the inability to look Josh in his eyes, I would say. This is already um is just so telling of the situation. This, oh my god, man. I again. This is me just torture us all again with this final replay of this scene, guys. Even already, right? Already accepting the robe with the hands that we see. I don't know, man. Disgusting. Yes, yes, give me that robe. Yes. Oh my god. Holy moly. Oh no. Man, this is so heart wrecking and heartbreaking. I don't know. Josh, I don't ever want to see Josh hurt, right? This is so hard for me to watch, and it's just so Clancy, what are you doing, man? All right, let's just replay that one more time and just let it play because I am pausing and it's killing the moment. What is this, man? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me just rewind a bit to see where Nico is having his. Okay, so when we see Nico, the black paint is over his nose, which is considerably more. He's being taken over more, maybe, right? By the negativity or whatever. Fancy only up until his bottom lip. I don't know, maybe being a bishop, right? Just really having this headspace is causing the black to really engulf you as you go.
What now?
He mad. Josh mad. See his face, man. He's thinking to himself, man, what the hell? What the hell, Clancy? What you doing, man?
What now? I really like this Clancy.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, it really is. It's shifting my mood instantly. But right, so the other Bandito clan member is saying, "I really liked this Clancy." What would suggest that he has seen multiple Clancys as well, at least one other Clancy. Josh saying, "Yeah, me too." I think these two are the oest of the G's, right? So yeah, but there is a difference, and it will become apparent when Josh is saying, let's resume the clip.
I really like this Clancy.
Yeah, me too. But that's not Clancy up there anymore. He's out there somewhere. And we will try again.
Again?
Always.
So this little dialogue here, I would say, is very telling when it comes to the experience that the Bandito clan members have. I think Josh probably closest to the leader of the Bandito clan, right? Um, Always up in front, leading the pack, and he is the one that is not as much phased by the fact that we will do this again. Other member needs some more confirmation. Again, right? Where Josh is answering always. Yeah. If there would be a hierarchy in the Banditos, right? The Banditos clan, I think Josh is way up there. With this member being a close second or second in command or whatever, right? Because he does know that there has been another Clancy. Josh, me boy.
I am starting it.
So yeah, to touch up again on when I say that it probably isn't as surprising to see Nico really performing um, fight moves, right? Box moves, kung fu moves. Um, we think that he is old, but maybe it is just for us to perceive the characters to really support the story. But in this conversation, we can get some information when it comes to the characters, and Clancy is just a title, right? It's just a title. It's just a job. It's just a role to be fulfilled by a soul, or maybe it is used as a vessel, right? And many souls can try, and that is why I think it would be fitting to see the torchbearer Josh as an eternal being, because he has seen it. He has seen it many times. So yeah, maybe this is just these are the vessels that we see, and that's why we probably cannot really um, make our conclusions based off of the looks, right? Based off of how the Nico's skin is looking like, because it is all wrinkly and it's just not looking good, right? It's not looking like it belongs to a young and healthy, fit person. But yeah, I think those assumptions are only to be made in the real world, and this clearly is not the real world. So that's why I think it's not as surprising to see Nico really bussing out some killer moves. So yeah. Just a beautiful, beautiful clip, guys.
I am starting it all once again. Did I learn a thing? Intentions are everything.
So I think probably, right? I am not one of those channels, but I do think that there are channels out there really just going all in when it comes to analyzing the story. But I think the credits part is just filled with very valuable information. So we can try, right? We can try to really see what is going on here, but I doubt that I have the experience and or the knowledge to really push you guys into the right direction. So I would suggest not taking my words very seriously. All that I have seen are the video clips, and I have really not done any extensive research outside of those video clips. But still, I think this is very interesting.
Intentions will set you free.
Right? He's looking old. Maybe it's just the paint really creating that illusion of wrinkles, but still, his eyes are a bit droopy. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'd say he's a bit old.
You.
Special shout out to Laura Prooper, or I don't know how this is pronounced, but I was actually always very impressed with the wardrobe and styling. I thought it was very, very cool. So, yeah, we can see some notes, see some designs, some early designs. Banditos are variants of this. Never palette, general palette. Army green jacket, yellow stripe, yellow pockets, camo pants. Yeah, cool. Ski goggles. Yeah, I thought it was always looking very cool. All of the clothing that I have seen, yeah, loved it so much.
Will fail most every day, every way. Did you?
Get out, the compass lies. They don't control you. Get out, the compass lies. They don't. Eaters.
Learn a thing.
Pictures. Thank you for still believing in music videos. It gives a lot of great people great jobs.
Like memory. Intentions will set you free. Just try to be.
Yeah, guys, so hopefully you thought it was interesting to watch this with me. I thought it was a very interesting watch. I think goes without saying, right? It's the conclusion of the story that I really have found so interesting throughout all of the videos that I have done and I have seen. I think it was very early in my journey of really getting to know 21 Pilots better as a band. So yeah, I was diving into the story quite early. Um, but yeah, I think I have really gained a lot of appreciation for these boys and yeah, form a bit of a connection, I would say. I really love these boys. So yeah, to be here to really share these moments with you, I think is so beautiful. I think the 21 Pilots community as a whole is just very beautiful. And I haven't been doing this for a very long time. The whole YouTube thing, I would say. I think 4 months now. Um, and I think it's very clear that the 21 Pilots community, as I am really just putting myself in at the moment, has been the best experience of all this time that I've been on here on YouTube, really uploading reaction and slash analysis. So, yeah, for that, I have been thanking you guys so much lately, but honestly, I can't thank you enough. I really feel so grateful. Yeah, just be part of this beautiful community. Um, so yeah, there you go again, guys. Really appreciate you. So yeah, City Walls, checked it out. I think I will for sure check out all the other songs on the album. Haven't seen anything. I think I will just go by the order of what the songs are released in, or at least the order of the album itself, right? So yeah, hopefully you will be here to enjoy that with me. Hopefully everything is having a video clip, because I do see this one downstairs, official audio. Maybe there isn't videos of all the songs yet, and if there isn't, I don't know if I will be doing all the songs, because I have done just songs with no video, and yeah, I have seen that it doesn't work. It doesn't attract as much people, and that is what I am trying to do, right? I am trying to really create a yeah, community where we can just hang out and yeah, share moments together. But if no one is watching my videos, I don't know. I think I would rather put my energy in something that yeah, people would appreciate, and there must be people in order for them to appreciate anything, right? So yeah, I will check out whatever is available and interesting for us both to check out. And yeah, until then, yeah, just hit me up with your recommendations. I am very interested in checking out more 21 Pilots. I still feel like I am quite a noob when it comes to what's there to see, right? So yeah, everything, all the recommendations, all the tips, all the comments, very very welcome. So yeah, peace. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode, and I'll see you tomorrow.